3, 2, 1, go.
Hi, I'm Mijke from Austria, Europe, and I'm on my mission to smash stereotypes.
And I'm Banks, Helfrich from Florida, United States, and I'm here to attempt to answer your questions. Woo, 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 the music plays through.
Hello again, we are back. Season 2 is at its start, and we changed a little bit our studio. Nika is still here. Nika, say hi. Hi.
Hey, Nika.
What we want to do in this episode and the next 25 episodes, I hope, we will answer your questions. So for today, I got a very nice question, and I want to ask Banks, are you ready?
I hope so. I don't know what you throw at me half the time, so go ahead, hit me.
So I thought, because we are here in Europe, it's a little bit like pink and girlish, and I thought maybe we should let the man first. And I got a question from a lady and from a guy, and I thought maybe we do the main question first.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so we have Marcel from Hungary, and he wrote, I watched the last 4 episodes, and now I saw on the internet that you have question and answer. It's a little bit Hungarian.
Okay. I don't know Hungarian.
So my question is, I'm single since 10 years, and I wanted to start. I'm ready to start to date now. And Banks, do you have some suggestions for me how I could handle that?
All right. His name is Marcel.
Marcel.
Hey, Marcel. I will do the best I can. I am dating. I'm in my 50s, and I was in a marriage for 24 years, so I have been dating for about 4 years. However, Mijke is definitely keeping me in line on on how dating, especially European women, because there is a cultural difference between the two of us. I mean, between Europe and between America. What I have noticed, Marcel, is that you have to be authentic, and if you're not authentic, go act very authentic or try to find out who you are, what you want. If the more you know what you want, the more you know who you are, then the more authentic I feel that you are. And by being authentic, that will attract people to want to be around you. And be honest. I mean, if you like someone, just reach out to them and say, I like you. Would you like, do not feel like rejection. Don't feel like, oh my God, she's going to reject me. Go in. You never know. Most of the times I feel, and Mijke thinks the similar, I think, is that we're all in the same boat. We're all kind of a little bit lonely in this quarantine age of ours. And we do want someone to see us and connect with us, and then possibly love us. There you go, Mijke.
Yeah, that was already a very nice introduction or a very nice answer. And I agree with you. Authenticity is, I think, very important. And 10 years, Marcel, don't worry. I'm in my 8th year, so no hurry. I think I will, I would say, when the one stands in front of you, and till this happens, try to get a little bit more experience perhaps, and from my view, having some female friends who yeah, where you get into the female world a little bit more. Yeah, it could be good. So I think Banks enjoys it too.
I do. I do enjoy our podcast because you have definitely opened me up to um, a different perspective of dating out there. When you were talking just now, I thought of something, and that was I met this woman. She was a friend. She was a friend of a friend, and I got to know her. And she is the same like us, in the same age group that we are. And she pulled out her phone, and she says, "I have a list of what I want." Now, Marcel, she had a list. She knew exactly what she wanted. She was very, you know, strong-willed on this regard, which I loved. And she went down the list, and it was about 22 items. And as she was going down the list, I don't know if she'd ever said them out loud to me before. Hold your horses here, Micah. She's going down the list. She said, "Well, he doesn't have to do this. I would like him to do it." So the list was 22. Actually, it was probably more like 12. And maybe because it's the first time that she had said it out loud, and she had kind of like changed it as she went along. Like she had heard it, what she said, like, he has to be better than me in golf. That was, I think, one of them. He has to be better than me in golf. Well, he really doesn't have to, and then she said he doesn't have to. I'm not a big fan of making a list. I'm a big fan of, like, is it fun? Is she fun? Is it fun when we're together? Do I want to see her? Is she, does she enhance my life? Does she inspire me? Does she make me laugh? And these are things for me that I'm looking for. I have a friend, and I think we talked about this in the past, where she and I are, I call her my pandemic friend, because we met via pandemic online and through social media, not through dating apps. And we have become friends. The closest picture, the picture I've seen of her is probably like a year and a half ago. So I have no idea what she sounds like. She looks like. I don't even know what she sounds like. However, what she writes is very, enthralling. It opens me up to go, hey, I want to know more about her, because interesting, funny, and intriguing. So, Marcel, try that. Interesting, funny. Whatever your criteria is.
Yeah, from my side, I would say not too much digital. If you find a nice Hungarian girl who lives not so far away from you, it would be a lot easier, I think, because our borders are still closed. And yeah, but also, from my perspective, I find these 10 years very interesting, because for me, a guy who is dating too much is, he's not in the race in my plan.
What do you mean? What do you mean he's not in the race? He's finding out what he wants. I'm in that race. I date, and I don't date an exorbitant amount. For the last year, I haven't been dating because of the virus. Why do you stay away from men who date? Because of the competition?
No, not
Okay.
the competition.
Okay.
The opposite. I think it is a way of respect. So when I see or hear or see guys dating more or much more, I lose my respect, because I know from a lot of friends, so you are exchangeable, so they don't look for you as a person, they look for just a woman. And we're not in the supermarket where you sit on the shelf, the blonde shelf, the red shelf, the gray shelf.
Okay.
You're waiting for the guy, and there are the different price tags. So, and the guys go through it and look what they can afford. So it's not like that in this world, no.
Okay. Okay. So yes, I see what you're saying is that you think that men who date lots of women or are out there that they can look at women as a commodity, like in a grocery store, like buying, like, hey, I want a redhead that's tall and that's athletic and that's this. Uh, how do we, and it goes both ways. So women do the same thing too. Women are out there saying, what man do I want? I'm sure it goes both ways. So how do we find somebody that we want to be with? I mean, if we're not like looking at the menu, if we're not going shopping, if we're not out there.
At the moment, I think it's really difficult because, yeah, we have no social life. The borders are closed. You can't travel. Yeah, it's really a special time, a challenging time for meeting somebody just by good luck or good. I
Well,
always say by accident.
well, yes, that's right, Micah. We're not gonna bump into somebody. We're not gonna. You're not gonna bump into him. I'm not gonna bump into her. I
Yeah,
mean, you know what? Possibly at the grocery store, I might bump into her, or at wherever I go to get food, or maybe going biking or something like that. The thing is, those social events, art galleries, the castle work, um, exhibits, fairs, anything like that is basically off limits. So rarely do you bump into somebody out of the blue now. So it's hard
I
to meet them. Go ahead.
I decided to use this time for doing my inner work or for evolving. I use this time for myself. I'm not looking or I'm not craving for something, um, because I think this too shall pass. And then if a lot of men and women did their work, their own work with themselves, they come out of this time as a better human, and so there it will increase the chance to meet after maybe 1 or 2 years, however it will last, um, and you meet a lot of people who are more interesting than before. So you experience your own transformation and change, and you also write about it. So there is something going on inside yourself, and I use this also in a very professional way. And I try to use all this precious time when we can't look for somebody else to look inside, and yeah, um, do our work for being a better partner, maybe when the time comes that we are ready to start off. So
Yeah.
and, and I'm an optimist, so I always have to find something, yeah, that 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 my mission, or that my wish that I meet Jesus in person.
Right. I mean that this, like you said, this too will pass. Granted, and this is a great suggestion from Marcel, and that is to this time that you're alone, work on yourself. And we have talked about this in season one, and that has been one of the silver linings of the virus, is that the work on yourself, the work on me dealing with loneliness and aloneness, and me dealing with my ego, and me dealing with who I really, I mean, I'm gonna really find out who I want, and not be disappointed when they say no. Or if they say no, the disappointment is like, that's part of it. All my jokes are not funny. So, I mean, the point I'm trying to make is that not everything, women don't like me. All women do not like me. I am not George Clooney. So there.
So, to make it whole, uh, yesterday I watched Laurel and Hardy for the first time of my life. I watched it on YouTube. A documentary about those two, about their life, the whole history, biography, and I liked them. And I never watched them before. When I was little, we had no TV, okay, but then I never found something, because I always was so sad when they had so much bad luck, and when Laura was, or when Stan was always so sad, like that was not funny for me. I always wanted, to comfort him, and I didn't feel fun when I saw it. So I didn't, I had no connection to it. And then I saw the documentary and all the background stories and where they were born in the last century. So 1894.
Yeah.
That was amazing. We still had monarchy here, and then when Stan went to the US, and when he came to the first film studios, this was so interesting, and I watched it, the whole broadcast, and now I'm a fan. So now I like those two, because I know all the efforts they made, what they had to go through, all the history, First World War, Second World War, all the things I never knew, that were in which way they acted in this time. And maybe I'm in the perfect age now to love them.
Oh, well, yeah, and this time that we're in, you have this time to do it. Two suggestions. One, look up the Marx Brothers. Check them out. They're pretty funny guys. The other thing is, Marcel, thank you so much for being with us on our episode. It's probably going to be called the Marcel episode. I don't know. Micah does all the graphics and all the crazy, beautiful little stardust and cherries and all the good stuff. So to bring it back around, thank you, Marcel. You are our first one. He is our first one. How about that?
Yes, and I choose a man because normally we are a lot in women topics, so I thought he is really a tough one. We should appreciate and celebrate him. Marcel, I hope we could help you, and maybe you send us your feedback, and see you next.
See you. Bye, Marcel. See you, Micah, next week. Bye.
Next week.